Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of tonight's Tiny Desk Bedtime Stories. Tonight, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite books from when I was a little girl. I actually didn't know that it was a book when I was a little girl. I just knew that it was a song, and it was a song that I love to sing, and it's a story that I love to hear. I'm not going to sing it to you, but I'm going to read you the words of the book. And as I'm reading you the words, I want you to pay really close attention. There is a character in here wearing a yellow shirt, and it's kind of a cool storyline because you see him in the beginning and then you're also going to see him at the end. Give me just a moment while I set up my book. So the funny thing about this book is it's so big and my office desk is so tiny that I'm actually sitting on the floor reading this book to you because I can't fit this book on my desk. It's just too big. Anyway, here we go. This is called Puff the Magic Dragon, and it is written by Peter Yarrow and Lenny Lipton. Remember, this is actually the lyrics to a song, so when I read it, you're going to hear the lyrics to the song being read to you. So it might sound a little funny at first, if you're used to hearing the song. And don't forget to pay attention to this little character, this little boy here, wearing the yellow shirt. He's going to be really important later in the story. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whenever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out his name. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little girls and boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened. Jackie Paper came no more. And Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. You see the boy in the yellow shirt? He's walking away. His head was bent in sorrow. Green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, sadly slipped into his cave. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Now I'm going to show you this picture. This is a girl wearing a pink shirt. Puff, so excited because he has a new playmate. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. So if you look carefully, you see the little girl. Puff looks very happy. And over here, you see a grown man wearing a yellow shirt. I wonder who that little girl is. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you know who that little girl is, please put that in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the story. I sure did. Good night.